Possible. We are recording on Sunday, July 11th. Game 3 of the NBA Finals is tonight. The Suns currently have a 2-0 lead. They held serve in Phoenix. Devion and I are maybe in a little trouble saying Bucks in 7. But we will get into what's happened in the first two games. Can the Bucks fix it? Do we expect them to fix it? Tell you what's been going on the whole series. Let's get into it. I'm Will Starnes.
Devion Hicks.
Joe Davis.
All right, guys, let's get it going. So the Suns are up 2-0. Game 1, we talked about it. We had a big debate last episode. Like, do we even think Giannis is going to play? Tried to tell y'all he was playing from Game 1. He showed up. He didn't take a ton of shots in Game 1, but he was clearly okay, as we saw from the tip. They threw a lob right to him, and I was like, okay, here we go. So let's talk about the first couple games. Let's start with Game 1. Devion, we saw Middleton shoot the ball well in Game 1. Giannis only took 11 shots, had 17 rebounds. End of the day, the Suns ended up winning by 13. What was kind of what'd you think happened? What do you think about Game 1?
Man, trouble. The Bucks are in trouble. Not gonna lie, everything we wanted Middleton and Jrue Holiday to do, they just didn't do. They played. I guess Jrue Holiday played well on defense, and he was decent on offense. He just didn't give up as much as I wanted him to. And Middleton was just sucked. That boy was just
Middleton Game 1. Game 1 showed up. Middleton was 12 of 26 in Game 1, 29 points, 5 of 12 from 3.
That sounds good. It sounds good, but
it's good on paper, right?
Yeah, on paper that sounds good.
The timing.
You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to like put his foot on their neck, like Game 1, make a statement. Giannis back. That's supposed to give you all the momentum in the world. I'd be like, I would have had a whole battery in my back. My boy came back after that elbow twist. Man, Middleton's just disappointing me, man. It's clear as day, like, if he don't play well, like, and I mean, what does it take? The right shots at the right time. If he don't play well, they don't got no chance. Because Giannis, he that guy. I ain't gonna lie. Man, they in trouble, bro. They probably go lose in like 6 games. For real. So my prediction over with.
Dang. Over 2
wow, jumping ship after
2 games.
2 games. Wow.
Unless they do it all the way up.
Suns and 6. You said Suns and 6 without Giannis. Suns and 7 with Giannis. So you're in good shape right now for Suns and 7. All they got to do is just keep holding serve, and then you're good.
Mm-hmm.
So what were your takeaways from the first game? From the Suns' perspective, what do you think went well for him?
I think that the Bucks made a big mistake leaving Brook Lopez out there so long because the Suns' pick and roll was just eating them up. DeAndre Ayton, I told you guys last week, DeAndre Ayton was going to be too fast for him. I knew that was going to be their weak spot, but you kind of had to play Brook Lopez because Chris Paul was doing the same thing when Portis was out there. He was doing
okay.
Same thing.
Let's talk about this because, oh my God, Mike Budenholzer is going to, he makes me want to drill a nail through my head.
In the game. In-game adjustments are at a 0. But
because
game 2, I was expecting him to make some, and he still didn't make any.
They did it. They adjusted the pick and roll coverage a little bit, and it was a lot better. But in Game 1, you were so fucking right because they were playing that dumbass deep drop coverage on pick and roll, and Lopez is just standing at like the free throw line with Chris Paul,
mid-range,
probably the best mid-range shooter in the NBA right now, maybe second to like a KD. Like
I got put Kawhi in there.
Kawhi, like he's in that category of player. Man. Like, come on, bro, you can't if you have Lopez standing, if he's starting on the free throw line, all Chris Paul has to do is just take a hard dribble or two at him. That's going to force him to backpedal again, and then he just does that one kind of step, slight fade, and that thing's money every time.
Yeah.
He's got to be up on the screen, and then he can drop with Chris Paul because that makes that pull up a lot harder.
It ain't gonna work, bro.
Because then the length is there to still bother.
It ain't gonna work, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I didn't even bring it up. It's like who can they put there?
I mean, they're missing DiVincenzo because if they had DiVincenzo, he could be there, and then you could put Giannis at the 5, and then you don't have to play Lopez at all.
I think they need to play Lopez. Like, I don't think it's a Lopez. Like, when they played the Nets, it was a Lopez thing. Because
this is a coaching
KD,
thing.
That's a different monster. KD is 7 feet tall. So, like, the moment he gets any type of space, it's over. Chris Paul is 6 feet tall. Like, he's my height.
Mm-hmm.
Brook Lopez can bother him enough. Like, all he has to do is just stay in his hip, force him all the way to the rim. Stop giving him the like. You know he wants to pull up.
Yeah.
Stop letting him have it. Because at the end of the day, Chris Paul is going to have a hard time finishing around the rim with Giannis coming over to help. Brook Lopez still kind of tracking him from behind. Like, that's going to be a tough finish. Now, we know Chris Paul will create for others that way, but I mean, you're giving him free points if you let him have that pull up mid range.
Yeah.
Bro,
like, that's automatic.
They can't do nothing. Like, these boys, like, the Suns' ball movement is crazy. This pick and roll is disgusting.
But
it's bro, they over with.
Well, I mean, another one of the dumbest things I saw in my life was fucking running a zone at Chris Paul and Devin Booker. Like, what the fuck?
You're gonna eat that alive. Like, come on, man.
That was one of the things that Budenholzer said going into this series. Like, yeah, I got some for them.
It's over,
We're about
bro.
to unveil this zone. That I'm like, what?
It's not over, man. It's not over.
I don't think it's over.
Here's that media trap, man.
No, it ain't. It's that
Phoenix. It was a loud crowd. People haven't been playing in front of crowds for the most of the year. That's here's the thing. Matters, bro. They had some women booty out there because they was in Phoenix. Wait till they get home and see how they play tonight when they're at home.
Exactly. The Bucks shooters play dramatically different.
Mm-hmm.
Home and away, and Chris Middleton's home and away splits are dramatically different.
Yeah.
He shoots the ball much better at home. Now that's like they're gonna have to steal one in Phoenix in order for them to win. But I think they can. Like, Middleton has gotten better. Like, in the Atlanta series, his home and away splits weren't quite as drastic. But Giannis showed me something in Game 2, but I'll wait a second to get to Game 2. But Game 1, I don't know if it was like they were testing the knee a little bit in Game 1. Like, Giannis taking 11 shots is criminal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, 6 of 11 for Giannis. I mean, he did also get 12 free throw attempts. So, I mean, it was more than just
almost
11 shots.
20 games.
But it's still like,
yeah, no, he played well. Like, he played a good game, but we saw in Game 2 what Giannis can really do.
Yes,
so let's just go to Game 2. My takeaway from Game 2 is Giannis absolutely deserves to be in that LeBron, KD, Kawhi, maybe even more than Kawhi. He deserves to be in that category. What he did to single-handedly keep them in that game was incredible. Most points ever in a finals quarter. He was also sharing the ball, and I want to throw this at you guys. I can't remember who was talking about this, so I did some more digging into it. So Game 1, I don't typically love like plus minus. It's not like the perfect stat by any means. I'm not saying use it in a vacuum, but it is important here. Bucks starters. Giannis in Game 1 was +1. PJ Tucker -14. Middleton -11. Brook Lopez -17. Jrue Holiday -16. Like, that's a drastic difference from just when Giannis is on the floor and not on the floor. Now let's go to Game 2. Giannis +3, PJ Tucker -5, Chris Middleton -15, Brook Lopez -1, Jrue Holiday -3. That's pretty incredible. Like, he is like the moment he comes off the court. I think it was Nick Wright, actually. I don't typically love, but
hey, that's my homie.
Yeah, I like Nick Wright.
You LeBron fans, I'm sure, love him. But Nick Wright brought up Giannis. I think played 21 of the 20.
The same hair, and you hating on him.
Giannis played 21 of the 24 minutes in the second half. The Bucks were +1, I think, or +3 or something with Giannis on the court. -8 in the 3 minutes he didn't play. Like, oh my God! Like, Middleton's got to show up. Game 2, 1,000% on Chris Middleton. Those are my thoughts. Devion, talk to me about Game 2.
See, I didn't know that stat. That just made everything worse for them. Oh, because I'm
it's like LeBron in Cleveland, man.
Because that was game 2 was the 42-point game with Giannis.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I was just sitting there in awe in the third quarter watching him. I'm like, he's hitting
stop
middies.
Dude,
He hit a three. He's in like turnaround. I'm like, who is this?
And it's just like no matter what
and they
he
wasted
did,
it.
they could not capitalize on. They couldn't stretch. He did, I give him that. He did a good job of keeping it close because no Giannis, man, this is a blowout. Like blowout. So I like Giannis. I do got a new respect for him. I think he does need to. Yeah, if people don't consider him in that category like KD and all them, they crazy because this dude is playing like
they're just hating
MVP right now. The Bucks, it's just, and I'm gonna be real. Look, all jokes aside, I was like, I really think this is a coaching thing because at this point with like these adjustments, like even with Chris Middleton shooting as terrible as they are, like you said, like Brook Lopez they don't call stuff on him. So he can ride you the whole time, bump you. Chris Paul go bitch and cry about it. He might get one call. After that, it's gonna be a mental game. And then let's see if D Book go, keep hitting these threes and hitting all the rest of these shots. But Booty didn't do nothing. That's what I'm gonna call him now. Booty didn't do nothing. Like he and Lopez is a big factor. I don't care what nobody says. Like I know he seems like a handicap at sometimes, but when you don't play him, it's a big difference with the Bucks. Like he is a crucial component to them. So I don't know, like no Middleton. Middleton pretty much if he don't show up, it's over. So he got to step his game up and actually like in a plus minuses. Thank you. They helped with what I was saying with that stuff on paper. He look like he doing good sometimes, but he really not. It's a handicap. It's no Giannis.
There's no impact there.
Yeah, zero impact.
Zero. Like it's
and like
sad. That's bad, bro. Like Middleton.
I think another thing for perspective, though. I think another thing for perspective for Game 2. The Suns shot 50% from three, 20 of 40 from three in Game 2. That's going to be hard to repeat.
Yeah, it's not happening again.
Like Giannis's impact. That's why I like Giannis. His impact in a game is very repeatable because the vast majority of it is him getting to the rim. It's like Shaq back in the day. Like Shaq, there's only so much variance in Shaq's game. Like he's going to get around the rim, and there's only so much you can really do about it. That's kind of the same way Giannis is. It could be they could have even a bigger impact, like Devion said, if Budenholzer knew how to fucking coach.
He's a loser.
We've also seen Giannis have big games like that, and then the next game come out and start shooting jumpers and 3-point shots, and you're like, "What are you doing, man?"
Well, it won't matter. It won't matter to him. It won't matter to him.
The way he played it last game was so perfect.
Zach, that was perfect.
Facts.
Like he got to the free throw line quite a bit, and then that's when he started taking the jump shots. Like, okay, I'm in more of a rhythm now. When he just comes down and just like settles it.
Did y'all notice that?
Yeah, when it takes an early three, I hate that.
They some idiots. They need to stop doing that counting stuff. The crowd actually putting that man.
It's helping them.
Yeah, they're idiots. 11, 12, boom. Every time, like, stop doing that. Like, that man was stop missing free. I was like, I ain't never seen him make this many.
Now I don't have to count on my head. Everybody counting for me. This is perfect. Yeah.
Idiot. I'm like, this boy, I ain't never seen him hit this many free throws in a row.
Yeah. He even, in the interview, he even said the first or two times, he was like, oh, this is different. But then he said after a while, he just gets used to it. It kind of just drowned it out.
I'm sure back in the Miami series when he got the 10-second call on his free throw and then they started counting, I'm sure that fucked with him a little bit. But okay, maybe it's still kind of bothering him against Brooklyn. By the time it got to Atlanta, that should.
Yeah, and then everybody's still counting to 12, but they're not blowing the whistle. So like, hey, this is perfect. Hey.
Obviously, like the fans, they have a little bit of a quick count.
But also they was bogus for calling that in the Miami series. That was hella bogus.
Can I ask y'all a quick question?
Don't call that.
Can I ask y'all a quick question? I don't know if I'm
Shout
jumping.
out Butler for
I don't know if I'm jumping the gun or not. But you see how Giannis is playing right now? Do you really think?
Mm-hmm.
Do you really think? With the way like the Suns are holding like the composure and all this momentum behind it, do you really think even with Giannis playing the way he is gonna be enough of a momentum or I guess enough momentum or enough confident booster for the Bucks to actually make up like a because they really need to be beating them by like 20 points to even make it close to, you know what I'm saying? Because if they keep it within 10 points with the Suns, it's not, like what can they really do? Like how much more like confidence or momentum or what
I don't
motivation?
know, man. I've seen
the Bucks need to blow them out in game 3. They gotta win by 15-20. You can't have a close game because then Phoenix is gonna come in game 4 and say, "Hey, we could steal a home game. We was close. Like we can steal a game."
It's just,
I just think it's important that Milwaukee gets a win. I think they'll find something either way in a win. They
need to win.
They win in a blowout. I like that because like that would probably mean like their shooters got momentum going.
Series is a reset, basically. Yeah.
But if they win a close one though, I think that also kind of gives them like that. Okay, the Suns gave us like a good punch and we took it and won. Like sometimes in a blowout, like the other team eventually just kind of like, all right, call the dogs off.
I see what you're saying.
You know, like
I give you that.
We're not going to look at that tape. That game didn't even matter.
Yeah, I mean, like there's like I think in terms of impact on the Suns, like beating them in like a good, hard-fought game, I think would do more in terms of kind of shocking the Suns.
That's a good point.
I think the role players on Brooklyn, I think to your point, Joe, could use that good blowout win, feel good, made a bunch of shots. Like there's benefits to both. They just need to win Game 3. They need to win tonight.
Really
I think they'll start feeling better.
I got a question also. I feel like a lot of people are putting way too much on Jrue Holiday. Like that man's out there playing defense. I know he's not playing well offensively, but he was never going to be that 22 point type player for you. Like you knew what you were going to get. And I know that it's the finals, so people are focusing on him even more. But come on, man, you knew what you were going to get out of him.
They're getting what they need out of him. They just not getting what they need out of Middleton. It's going to always go back to him.
Exactly.
And Booty. Coach Booty.
It's such a great nickname.
So here's my thing on Jrue Holiday.
Is he out of there?
I hope so. Here's my thing on Jrue Holiday. Jrue Holiday, it is unfair to expect him to go take whoever's hottest between Devin Booker and Chris Paul, and then go give you a bunch on offense. Like that's not realistic. Like think about the great performances of people that defended superstars. Like you think about Kawhi with the Spurs. That was before he had an offensive workload to share. You know, he was like, if Kawhi gives me 15, great.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, like if he gave you 15, you were pretty happy. You know, like that's what their mentality needs to be with Jrue Holiday. The reason you brought Jrue Holiday in was not to be a third superstar scoring guard. Like that was not the point. You know, the point was to play really good defense, run the offense, give you some points, but then lock up on the other end. Middleton has to be the go-to shot creator for the Bucks. Like he has to. Like Giannis is going to do his thing, but at the end of the day, if they decide to shrink all in on Giannis, like he did his job there. Like he gave somebody else an easy shot. They got to knock it down. You know, Giannis has played well. Jrue Holiday's played. I guess my only criticism of Jrue Holiday would be stop taking so many like step back threes.
Yeah, I agree.
Like he's taking shots that require a lot of legs when you're expending a lot of energy on defense. That'd be my only criticism. Not
he
mad.
Stop holding the ball so much too. Like he does what Rondo does and does nothing with it. I think. Like I hate that.
Yeah, I mean,
that may be the coach's call though. They're obviously a team. They're obviously a team that does what the coach says. They're not a team that goes. Giannis is not that dude gonna say, "F what coach just said. Give me the ball. I'm gonna post up and run this play." He's not. Nobody on that team is that. You can see it because they do stupid stuff all the time, and it makes no sense. Like, why are you guys doing that? Why is no one attacking James Harden in the Brooklyn Nets series when he has a bad hamstring? Even if coach doesn't call a play for it, you on him. Someone pass the man the ball as guarding James Harden. Like seriously, come on. It made no sense. So they're going to do whatever coach says, obviously.
Yeah, they all seem to have a good respect for Budenholzer. I mean, I heard Jrue Holiday recently talk about it. And he said the one thing he said he did appreciate about Budenholzer was his ability to like pay attention to detail when it came to like their bodies, like keeping them in shape. If it was time for a rest day, they got a rest day. Didn't matter if they were playing the Nets or if they were playing Chicago or playing the Rockets, right? Like if it was time for a rest, they were taking their rest, knowing it's a condensed season, all that. They said he did a really good job of managing all that. Fine, good job, coach. But at some point,
you're not a
I
nutritionist.
need the
That's your
man
strength
to
and
I need the man to
conditioning
make some
coach's
adjustments
job.
in the
I ain't
game.
trying to hear that. That's the strength and conditioning coach. This the NBA. Like
Well,
I feel
no,
him,
yeah,
but still, like, come on.
No, but I mean, like when it comes to who's suiting up for a game, like that's the strength and conditioning coach ain't gonna
Who's
make
doing
that
practice and stuff? Yeah. Hey, sit out practice today, man. You don't need to practice today. Stuff like that.
Yeah, like
I give him that. It was
some
still.
coaches don't play that shit, you know, like which I guess good for Budenholzer for that. But oh man,
like you said,
he's awful. Ain't he? He's awful, man. He's awful.
Get up your chest.
I know he made it to the finals, but man, if you're the Bucks, you gotta reconsider. If you lose this series, you gotta reconsider.
Come on, Joe. You know they're not doing that. They're gonna give him at least one more year.
I know they're not, but you got to, man. And you have to.
And Giannis saying that dumbest, that's making them dumb comments. It feels better.
Giannis not gonna say nothing.
It feels better when you win with the team that draft. Nigga, you better go get a ring. Everybody trying to hurt him. What are you talking about?
Thank you.
Like
that madness.
Bro. You know, he think Coach Booty's doing great. Wait till you go play as one of those elite coaches somewhere else.
It's because he don't know better. He from Greece. He went from Greece to Milwaukee. That man don't know nothing about that LA, New York, Atlanta lifestyle. He cool in Greece and Milwaukee. So he's just different. He not that American player. He ain't grow up playing on the blacktop, playing 5-on-5 pickup.
He just needs to get a little taste of that Heat culture, and then he'll understand what greatness feels like.
I hope he don't go to y'all. I really do. I hope not.
It's a whole different monster if he comes to Miami.
Be pissed.
I'll give him Bam. But you can have Bam for Greek. Who says no?
I'm gonna need a first round pick or two as well.
I'll give him like 3 players for that. I'll give him I'll do
seriously.
That. I'll do that in a
heartbeat. Not Bam and Greek freaking not straight up, no way.
Hell no. Not straight up, but I'll give him.
If you're the Bucks, you're not doing that. If you're the Bucks, ain't no way. You're gonna have to give up a lot. I want Tyler Hero. I want Bam. I want some picks.
Duncan, somebody better be in there.
No.
Riley.
Pat Riley gonna trade himself?
They do need something, bro. Low key, that would be a great fit for Giannis too. Because Giannis needs that. Like, he obviously trusts his coaches. You know what I'm saying? But he needs that.
Yeah, he just needs a trustworthy coach.
Yeah, he needs that. He needs that LeBron, like, Kobe moment where it's like, all right, okay, I need to take over the game right now. Like, I hear what the coach saying, but I'm about to do just like Joe said. Put this man on my back, go dunk on him, take this lead. All right, I know that play you drew up. All right, that sounds good, but we about to do this. Miami will help him get to that, and then Miami will unleash like.
Well, and you know, all the way. Like we've talked about this a lot on the show.
Man,
how I just think that Giannis is also being misused in Milwaukee. Like, if you imagine Milwaukee, like Giannis on the Heat in Bam's role, not handling the ball that much, but being a screener, dribble handoffs. He's Bam on steroids.
Real talk.
If used in that manner, so I'll take it.
And they would probably develop that man a jump shot.
Probably. What you mean probably?
Oh yeah.
You know it's coming.
You know they would. He'd be Chris Paul. He'd be Chris Bosh 2.0 for sure.
Come on, this Mr. Riley you talking about.
Let's get back to the series. My Miami Heat fandom can wait till the offseason. They don't deserve to be talked about right now.
No.
After how they went out.
I feel you. You're right.
But let's talk about the remaining parts of the series. Joe, are you sticking to your Suns in 7, thinking that the Bucks probably win these 2 in Milwaukee, or are you gonna say they might be winning it in 5 or 6 now?
The way those first 2 games looked, I do want to say it looks like the Suns can win in 5. But the only problem is I don't know if that's actually gonna happen. I gotta see how they look tonight, because I know it's a whole different thing when you're in Milwaukee. That crowd's going to be just as crazy as the Phoenix Suns crowd was. And I don't know how these guys, it's going to be a real hit, like, oh, crap, we in the finals? Or is it going to be, oh, we comfortable, we did this at home, we could do this away? I got to see, man. But if they can pull off game 3, it's over in 5. They pull out game 3, it's over in 5. Facts.
I agree with that. I think the Suns shot the ball extremely well at an unsustainable rate in game 2. I don't see like those role players carrying that into Milwaukee. I think Devin Booker could carry that into Milwaukee. Like he was 7 of 12. I think that could happen again. But like Tony Craig 2 of 4. You know what? Mikal Bridges was.
Mikal Bridges had a game.
3 of 9. Like not great from the 3-point line, but 8 of 15 overall from the game. Cam Johnson 2 of 4. I'm sorry, Tony Craig was 2 of 3. 3 of 5 for Chris Paul, 3 of 5 for Jay Crowder. You know, like that's a lot of people that shot fairly well from 3.
This 3-ball, right?
Do I think they carry that? Yeah, 3-ball.
Okay.
I don't know that they see them carrying that over into Milwaukee. What do you think, Devion?
Hell no, they ain't carried that over. Like that was, I ain't gonna lie, it's D-Book, Chris Paul, I can count on him. Bridges is the one player like I'm like he could do it, but will he do it? Like he's the one player.
I would be surprised if he had like 1 out of the 2 games in Milwaukee. He had a good shooting game. I don't know that I expect him to have 2 good shooting games in Milwaukee, but also, quick aside, Philly's got to be sick watching Mikal Bridges ball out in Phoenix. Oh God! Sorry, I can never give up an opportunity to troll Philly.
That's great.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for that. I trust, like you said, Devion. I trust CP and D-Book, and I even trust Jay Crowder to kind of show up for those games. Now, he could very well have a game where he goes like 1 of 9 from 3. That's always a possibility for Jay Crowder.
Because if he starts having a bad shooting night, he's not going to have a good one.
Yeah, I mean he
at all.
Nah,
but I know he's going to give it. He's going to bring it on defense. He's going to do all the other things that he does well. Yeah, it's going to be those role players. Can the Cam Johnsons, the Mikal Bridges, the Tony Craigs, can they shoot as well as they did in Phoenix? I don't think so. I feel fairly confident. Well, I'll go 60% confidence that Milwaukee takes both games in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
It'd be much higher if Budenholzer wasn't the coach. But
he had 2 days to prepare. He should have come up with something.
Mm-hmm.
It got real quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right, bro. If that's what you think, that's what you think it is. You got it.
We're gonna see.
I don't see I'm being real, bro. I the role players. So that's the only thing I can give the Suns. Like even if the role players don't show up, that floor general and then that light skinned mom over there can do enough to keep y'all in the game. And and the Suns will have and they don't need all 4 or 5 of them other dudes to hit 3-4 threes, but they do need to hit them in the right time, which I think they can do. And I think Milwaukee. You put a dagger like that in Milwaukee or keep it close right there, and Giannis don't have the ball in his hand. I don't care what nobody says. I've been looking at Chris Middleton this whole season and these final shots and stuff like that. I'm taking it every time because he might hit one of them. I'm telling you, he might hit one. The rest of them go look good. It's going to be the same little, wing shot. He going to do a turnaround or he going to try to cook you. And he probably gonna miss it. Guaranteed. So I'm taking that every time. I don't know. If Bucks don't win tonight, they might get swept. So they need to win today, and they need to win game 4. Because if they go back to the Suns 3-1,
it's over.
Nothing Freak can do for you. Freak is doing his absolute best. The rest of them losers, they disappoint me.
I think maybe this is maybe a better answer to our previous discussion about do they need to win close? They need to blow them out. How do they? I think the core players for the Bucks need to play well. That's more important than the margin of victory.
Some confidence.
Middleton needs to show up. Jrue Holiday needs to show up. Giannis needs to show up, and a couple shooters need to have a good a good game.
But what do you
if that happens, if they feel like what makes them the Bucks carried them to a win, whether it's a blowout or a close game, I think that'll be the difference. If it's one of those games where it's 83-79 and no one really played well offensively, except for like Giannis. Like, I don't know if that's going to do a whole lot for their confidence going into Game 4.
What does that mean?
If Phoenix doesn't have a good game, I have faith in Chris Paul calming everybody down and keeping them cool and collected.
They don't have
But
that.
if the Bucks don't have a good game, it's gonna happen. He's gonna keep them cool.
But what is Jrue Holiday playing well? I mean, like he really be honest with he really not playing bad. Like really badly.
Nah.
No, yeah, I don't think Jrue Holiday's had that bad of a series.
Like, do we
he's
need
been
like
fine.
You drop 20.
No,
I just need him to lock up better shot selection.
It's shot selection. Yeah, I give you that. Because
the one thing I like to see is the assist number go up a little bit.
Agreed.
Yeah, he ain't
like
shooting.
not necessarily the points, the assists. Like orchestrate some offense for others. Giannis is like what I've talked about with like James Harden and even sometimes LeBron. Like the shots that Giannis gets you are very random. They're not like free flowing from like orchestrated offense. You know,
like, crap! There's like 5 seconds left in the shot.
Bailout shots.
Oh shit! All 5 people collapsed on me here. You know, like they're not easy. They're not the easiest shots to make. Like they're going to be open, but in terms of rhythm and being able to expect it, Jrue Holiday can do that for the team a lot better than Giannis can.
Agreed.
Yeah, if he don't shoot 21 shots, because I think he was like 7 for 21. He needed to take 7 less shots.
Yeah, 7 to 21.
Yeah, he don't need to take
5
more.
less shots.
He really don't need to take more, in my opinion.
16.
Yeah, that's the absolute max he should take for him to be the most efficient, and then go get like 9 assists, just like Will said.
And get to the lane, get free throw line.
Because they can't.
Yeah, 10 to 15 shots is perfect.
Like when he go to the lane, bro, he be racking these fools like they cannot do. Because his layup package is nasty. I don't care what nobody says.
Bro, he's so strong.
And he got a handle too, for real.
That boy's strong.
He needs to put Chris Paul's little ass in the post. He's got a nice little like.
That boy be bully.
He got a nice little post up game for a point guard.
He play bully ball.
Yeah.
He need to play like Giannis be playing in the post because his layup package is disgusting. Ain't nobody doing nothing with him. He put that left hand out on you. You think you gonna have left?
Yeah.
He'll hit you with that right. Ain't nothing you gonna do with him. You ain't lying. He just
at all.
Will, let's make that phone call. Let's get you that coaching position, bro. Let's get you on the game. Bro.
All right, bro. Yeah, you make that call for me. You got all the contacts. You're the big baller out the group.
That's Joe. Joe the sports.
Actually, Joe's got all the NBA contacts.
Yeah, he the sports.
Come on, Joe, put that call in for me.
I don't got that one. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, that's funny.
I need some water.
So we all sticking to our predictions. Devion, you flipping? No,
I'm flipping 6. It's just 6
straight.
You
flipping?
Just 6 straight. Because I was wrong. I thought, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, man, the Suns are a lot. Like, I said the Suns would go win it. I really thought after they beat the Lakers, they would go win it all. But it's just like the way that they go win it this time, Giannis is no answer. And I thought like Giannis would make a way bigger impact than what he's making or motivate his team more. But it's a bunch of losers. He's surrounded by a bunch of losers, and he needs to lead. So
yeah, Giannis is doing everything he can. It's just can we come on, bro?
Yeah,
help the guy out a little bit.
Suns might I don't know. Like Suns go win in 6 for sure, but they might win in 5. Like for real.
Ooh, that'd be crazy.
Wow, this is quite the flip from Devion.
But I can't say that confidently because Giannis, I do have enough faith in him where I know he's gonna win at least one game, but I think he can win both games in the book at home. So that's why I was like, I think I'm just gonna stick to the Suns at 6. I think the Suns can beat them at 6, and if it makes it to Game 7, I'm sticking to what I'm saying because if it makes it to Game 7, Giannis ain't losing that. I'm sticking to what I'm sticking to. I'm
gonna tell y'all this. There is nothing more that I want than this series to go 7 games.
Me too.
Giannis, like you said, Devion, is going to do everything he can to not lose a Game 7. But so the fuck is Chris Paul.
That is going to be one of the best finals games.
Bro.
Oh, that'd be such a great game.
In a Game 7, he going to fight somebody.
With Devin Booker, too? Oh, my God, man.
He going to turn to Pep.
He's not losing no Game 7 on his life.
That boy is going to become his arch nemesis.
Oh my god! I need that Game 7 so bad. I think
that would be nice.
Like you said, the fight that's going to happen is going to be Chris Paul and PJ Tucker. That's going to be the fight.
Oh yeah,
that would be like the thing, because PJ Tucker is an irritant. He likes to just kind of get under people's skin. Chris Paul ain't gonna be one to have any of that.
Shots. He hitting somebody in the nuts.
See,
it go back to his high school days, man. He got film on from his high school days. This man is a professional nut shotter.
College, NBA, he does it everywhere.
I'm glad you said that, bro, because I think that's if they need to figure that part out, figure out how to make like PJ Tucker when he is PJ Tucker and he can find out how to like literally piss people off is very effective. It ain't working. It's not working.
PJ Tucker ain't playing well this series.
It's not
the
working.
thing is, though, like, there's just not really a good matchup for PJ Tucker this series. Like every other series, he's had a guy that he can kind of go at. Like KD was a good matchup for him because KD's bigger than him, but in terms of just foot speed, they're not that far off.
Mm-mm.
Devin Booker and Chris Paul they can just cook him. They're way too quick and shifty for him.
They can put him on Bridges.
He's kind of his value is kind of lost. Bridges. I wouldn't mind seeing them go smaller. And this is the kind of the last adjustment I want to ask you guys about. We can call the
your lineup, your 5 lineup with the small. What you about to say?
Well, hang on. I want to ask you about one player in particular. We can get to that. Bryn Forbes played 6 minutes in game 2.
He needs to play more.
What do you like that?
No.
Joe, you say play more. Devion, what do you think?
No.
Joe, let's start with Joe. You want him to play more minutes. What do you?
You got to give him more minutes because when he's high, he can be a game changer for a few minutes. I'm not saying give him 20, 25 minutes, but 6 minutes is definitely not enough. That dude, he's a 3-point shooter. He can knock down some shots and change the momentum real fast, but he's not that dude that you want out there 25 minutes. I agree with that, but 6, that's nothing. That's definitely not enough. There's another ball handler option. You gotta get that man out there.
Yeah, I mean, they seem to give a lot of his minutes to Jeff Teague, which I don't really understand because Jeff Teague didn't do a whole lot either.
What the hell is he?
I don't know. Start playing Jeff Teague all of a sudden in the Hawks.
Well, I will say, like Bryn Forbes was a -7 in his 6 minutes. Like he was.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I don't know who he was out there with. Like that's the kind of circumstance where I don't like to use.
Yeah.
Who was he out there with? He could have been out there with all the scrubs.
Yeah,
if he was out there with, Middleton, no Giannis. Bobby Port. Like I don't remember the 6 minutes that Bryn Forbes played. I just remember thinking in that game, I'm like, I feel like I haven't seen Bryn Forbes. Did he get hurt? Like what? Like I was very confused. Meanwhile, Connaughton's out there for 34 minutes.
They play him way too much. Oh my!
I was shocked when I looked at the box score. It said he was 4-9 from 3 because I swear I only saw his 5 misses. Like they came like all in a row in the 3rd and 4th quarter when Giannis was going like God mode on the Suns, and like he's getting shots. And
wide open threes.
Brick. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, what are you doing, bro?
Oh boy, that's funny as hell. Okay, nobody's funny. Oh, whatever.
All right, Devion. So Devion? Why do you say Bryn Forbes does not need more minutes?
I think he does need more minutes. So I think he does because they're playing a dangerous game with the Suns with this up and down. Like, I think the Suns, I know Milwaukee likes to do this up and down, but the Suns can do up and down, but they hitting threes, and Milwaukee not hitting no shots. Like, that little light-skinned dude be out there buzzing. He just got to get in the momentum. Because think about the way I would use him, I probably would have used him. Giannis got 42 points, or he going to have a historic night. You put him in there and he just hit 1 or 2 threes, momentum to it. Shift. And then now those other players, like I know as an athlete, I don't know about the rest of them. I know as an athlete, I'm like, even if he is my teammate, a dude on there that's worse than me is doing better than me, that made me want to be a different beast. That's just how I.
Now it's my turn to shine when it's my turn. So, it's time for me to show you how I play.
I'm using them.
And Bryn Forbes gets that team excited.
He get busy,
whenever Bryn Forbes makes a 3, they go fucking nuts.
That's what I'm saying. Like you use that plus Greek. Come on, bro. Like if that is the recipe for them to win tonight. That right there. If they do that, they win. If they don't, and they keep using Teague, I like Teague. Don't get me wrong. I like Teague, but he can't play this series. He needs 6 minutes.
The thing is, like,
Jeff Teague now. He didn't barely play in the playoffs, and then they put him in the last 2 games against the Hawks. Like you can't, you just threw him out there cold.
Yeah,
that's because Budenholzer's got a, remember Budenholzer was a coach with the Hawks,
and Jeff Teague was his all-star point guard.
Exactly,
you gotta give him the number 1 seed. That's exactly what that is because the dude don't need to be playing.
No,
here's my thing. So Jeff Teague is trying to play 10 minutes or whatever, but he's got to be out there for Jrue Holiday. I don't want to see Jrue Holiday and Jeff Teague out there.
Yes, sir.
Bryn Forbes is more of a replacement for Middleton or Connaughton or one of their just more shooters, like that type of role. I don't want him handling the ball because that boy got some J.R. Smith shot IQ. Like,
he's pulling it up. Yeah. That's facts.
Like he don't care. He can be facing the whole wrong way. He's gonna just turn around and pull that bitch. It doesn't matter. So he needs someone else thinking the offense through for him. Just catch, shoot, boom, get the team going.
IQ of a snail.
I think he also needs to be on the court strictly with Giannis and Brook Lopez because he is a huge liability defensively.
Facts.
So if he can play the type of defense where I'm just funneling this guy to my bigs, cool. But if they're gonna need him to like straight up defend, over with. So all right, Devion, I like where you were going though. Ideal starting 5 for the Bucks. Joe, pick me the 5 starters that you want to see, and not necessarily starters, but the 5 that are going to play together the most in the game.
The most? Okay.
Like the 5 guys you want to see leading at the end of the day in box score minutes.
That's tough.
The 5 that you think will give your son's pick the biggest trouble.
The biggest trouble. Okay, well you got to put Holiday in there, Middleton, Giannis.
Man, that's gonna kill you.
I know that's the hard part. Man, I'm gonna say Brook Lopez, and then Pat Covington. I gotta put Covington. They suck. I gotta put Covington. That's a shitty ass lineup. Who else do you got faith in really on that bench to play that to be your 5 to play that most minutes? Like
so
they really are missing some people.
You want to so last game the 5-minute leaders were PJ Tucker, Giannis, Middleton, Holiday, and Connaughton. So basically, you want to replace PJ Tucker with Lopez in terms of minutes out there.
Minute-wise, yeah. PJ Tucker just hasn't been doing anything in the series. You almost forget he's even there. He's not getting his.
I think that's a very valid concern to throw out there.
Yeah.
Devion, what do you think? Your ideal 5, so we can get back in this prediction here.
Oh, this is hard.
So I believe, if I remember correctly, we were all tied in terms of right and wrong going into the finals. So either Joe is going to be our champion or we're going to be the champions, Devion.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure on this.
Bro,
man, our fate is tied to fucking Budenholzer.
Good luck.
Right, bro.
Why did I do this to myself?
Oh, shoot. Middleton, Giannis, Holiday.
Yeah. It's tough.
Because
last 2 was killer.
Low, bro. It sounds crazy. Like Connaughton might be a good pick. I will never in my life say this probably again, but that boy's a difference maker right now. He's like he's the only fool that he's like mentally strong. The rest of them they getting cooked. He out there actually. Oh, your lineup, Joe. I hate that lineup that you picked, but that's probably the best one. I hate that lineup. I really hate it. I hate it. Like that lineup is
terrible.
I hate that lineup, and that's gonna be the best one. Yeah, your lineup, Joe.
All right, so I'm going to say this where I still think Brook Lopez deserves a good share of minutes. I don't want him out there in the top 5, though. So I'm just saying, I'm not hating on Lopez. I understand his value. I'm thinking more matchup with the Suns.
We said starting 5, right? So, we said starting 5, not minute-wise, right? Or is it both? Like,
just top 5 minutes. Top 5 minutes. Who's going to play the most out there?
Never mind.
So,
all right. I go back. I lied. I thought we were talking about starters.
Mulligan?
Yeah. Lopez has got to split his minutes. I'm probably gonna only put him out there for like 20 minutes. I'm not gonna lie, it might be a bad move, but I'm gonna probably split his minutes, and I don't know how the hell I would do it, but I would split his minutes with like Forbes and somebody else. Like I probably would up Portis's minutes a little bit because 5 minutes is not enough to get him going. So I probably would try to give him like 10, 15 minutes a game, see what it does. If it don't work, I'm screwed. But I can't give Lopez close to 30 minutes. It's not gonna work with Chris Paul.
Yeah, to be honest, they may need to start Portis, man.
Yeah, and then
just to get that intensity.
Yeah,
you don't have to play him a lot. Just start him.
Ooh, 30 minutes for Lopez
he needs more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, you gotta get him going.
Yeah.
All right. So here's my 5. 5 with the most minutes. I want Giannis.
Yes, sir.
The big 3: Giannis, Middleton, Holiday. Then I want Forbes, and I want PJ Tucker. So I'm replacing I'm replacing Lopez. Well, Lopez wasn't in the top 5 anyways, but I'm replacing Connaughton with Forbes essentially. The reason I say that, the Suns are playing Jay Crowder at the 4. I'm just throwing PJ Tucker on him, using PJ Tucker as a help defender. I think he'll do that fine.
Right.
Giannis, go get that man Ayton. Like for the majority of the game, Giannis, just go get him. Giannis's length can bother him, and Giannis is strong. Like, boom, that's easy. I need more shooters out there. So Forbes, I'm looking for that microwave, that guy that's just gonna get hot and keep going. You know, like once he makes 1, he makes 2, he makes 3, he makes 4. I want that guy out there. You know, I think he's more of an offensive threat. You know, and like I said, I want Lopez out there a good amount. I like Lopez out there with Forbes a lot, but in terms of just sheer minutes, I want Forbes having more minutes than Lopez because I think at this point, you got to be able to match them offensively a little bit. You've been putting your defensive lineup out there, and that defensive lineup has given up 118 in Game 2 and 118 in Game 1. All right, so like it's not slowing them down.
Yeah.
So at this point, you say, okay, if we can't stop them defensively, let's outscore them. Give me Forbes, PJ Tucker, go play small for small. We don't need him at the 3. You can go hide Forbes on Bridges. Like I don't like if the Suns run their offense through Mikal Bridges, great. So that's what I would rock with.
It's so crazy.
You gave him the 2 thumbs up.
No lie. No lie, Will. Yeah. Low key. That's what they should have did in Game 2. They should have experimented like that in Game 2, see if it worked. And then if it didn't, make those adjustments in Game 3. And then now they in the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we all know they're not gonna make any in-game adjustments. So.
Well, you know another good thing about another thing to use Brook Lopez. Like, you can get a lot more out of Brook Lopez if you don't actually put him with all of his minutes with the starters.
I agree.
Let him be that low post guy again. Let him post up against Suns number 2 lineup. Like, that's easy money for Brook Lopez.
This series, he looking real Lakerish right now, ain't he? Low-key, he looking real Lakerish.
You say he looks like Marc Gasol out there? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
No, he's talking about the literal Brook Lopez like on the Lakers for that 1 year.
For the Lakers. No, when he played for the Lakers, that's when
that's even worse. Damn.
Yeah, it's looking like I don't, bro.
He was supposed to be what?
Will, bro. That is a great point, though. I ain't gonna lie.
It's a good lineup.
That is a good line. Cause be real with you, our white boy don't play no defense, so it ain't like you losing on it. And
Connaughton is not DiVincenzo. They are not the same person.
All he gonna do is get hit on the ground, like
pause.
Yeah. Time out. But yeah, all he gonna do is flop, get hit, and then come back and play that 3-ball game, get pissed. But that's how Forbes is. Forbes is like a great pickup player. Like you see him on the courts. He gonna get cooked on defense, but he gonna rack you on the other end though, and it's gonna be a good up and down fun game. And Milwaukee likes that type of stuff, you know. And I think that's like what I don't know. Yeah, that's a great lineup.
I'll be hype.
It's good in theory though, because he ain't gonna do it. So Good job. Good job.
Sure ain't gonna do it.
Good job. Get a pat on the back.
There's gonna be no adjustment at all.
Hey, live and die by Lopez. That boy gonna live and die by Lopez. Just throw Lopez out there. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I would use him to foul people, to hurt people, like to put your body on, tire him out. Like that's all he.
Hurt people.
I'm not mean like that, bro.
Hey,
I'm
man,
just
I think
like,
you got crack a rib, back a nose.
What else can you do with him? Like,
He's a big body.
Yeah, just
yeah, exactly.
use him
He's
like
a big body.
how,
it hurt when
like,
you try to get a rebound off.
Like how fighters are, just lean on him, put your body on him, tire him out. But that Giannis and Aiden, Giannis would torch Aiden because that'll be a mental game. And Aiden ain't ready for that. And I don't care what none of the coaches can't coach that mental fortitude in him that he gonna need against Giannis.
Although I will say, let's shout out Monty Williams for that coaching moment that got caught on camera with him and DeAndre Ayton. That was fantastic.
That was awesome.
Great example of why Monty Williams is just a fantastic.
You gonna have to do that
all day. He's been through a lot, so people listen to what he says because he's been through so much.
Yeah.
No, look, he did lose his wife in a crazy car accident.
And he also played, like he just understands things in such a different way than a lot of coaches do.
What's my boy name? It's like he's reliving this moment again where instead of Tyson Chandler, he's just got Aiden is just a better version, so it's just like he's reliving.
Tyson Chandler.
Yeah, he's like
it's Tyson and Chris Paul. You right.
Yeah, he's reliving this moment, so it's just like, all right,
with the right way this time.
And I know Aiden is
Aiden's a little better offensive sound than Tyson Chandler.
He's old enough to watch that. He remembers those games when they were playing against
Tyson Chandler, a Hall of Famer.
You know what I'm saying? The Lakers. Hey, bro, real talk. This is like no lie.
No.
Joe, stop. Let's stay focused, sir. We're not gonna fall for this. Don't fall for that today, Will. We're not gonna fall for this, bro. We're not fall for this today, Will. But low-key, I think the Suns. That's why I said like that's a big reason why I said I think the Suns go actually beat them because this Suns team is the New Orleans Hornets all over again. No, it's literally like the New Orleans Hornets all over again
with the best with better players.
With better players, like
that's a good point.
An upgrade from Tyson Chandler, and then you got D-Book, and then now you just beat the Lakers when we get all this clout. We no matter what we do, we the favorites, and then y'all just torched us. And then now you got Monty. He done been through a couple things now. He traumatized. He still got a great, you know what I'm saying. He's like one of the better coaches you can have where a dude wife got, you know what I'm saying, killed like that. And then look at how he carries himself. And then he's leading by example. And bro, this them all over again. There's nothing we can do. Well, they go lose. The Suns got it, bro. They reliving a moment, bro. Like, how do you lose when you are put back in the exact same moment with better everything? How do you mess up on this?
You got a second chance. You can't mess it up.
How? Giannis?
We'll see. I'm excited to watch game 3 tonight. Fellas, we should one of these games.
We should go
see
live.
If it aligns with our schedules. We should do it. We should do a live for one of these games
for sure.
We'll talk about that offline. We can set one up. But all right, guys, I think that's a good wrap for the episode. 3 Impossible. Checking in the finals after the first couple games. Game 3 tonight, Sunday, July 11th.
Hey, hold on. Before we go, I want to get Carl. I want Carl's opinion because I really want to see what he's gonna say about this series. I really want to see what Carl's gonna say because I know he's gonna get me weak.
Our top fan Carl.
Yeah,
that's what you want to know.
I need
top fan Carl who posted into the 3 Impossible.
I want him to come over here. And said, I want him to say. I know what he posted.
You want us? So our next check-in, we're gonna invite Carl on.
We need
Is that what
Carl.
you're saying?
I know what he's saying online, but I need him to say it right here. I need him to say it. That's my boy.
Man, you want to see me get mad? Okay. All right.
Carl.
Here we go. We'll try and get Carl on. We tried to do an episode with Carl about a month or so ago, right at the beginning of the playoffs, and we had issues recording, so we couldn't post it. So we'll get Carl on again. We do need to redo that anyway.
Oh man,
that was a really good one. Really, really sad we couldn't share that one with you guys. But okay, 3 Impossible signing off. Enjoy the finals, everybody.